Funding for this edition of Life and Living with Joanna Gagis has been provided by Horizon Blue Cross Blue Shield of New Jersey, NJ Best, New Jersey's 529 College Savings Plan. Turn a dream into a degree. The law firm of Gibbons PC. Kessler Foundation, changing the lives of people with disabilities. Activists, in cooperation with the American Medicine Chest Challenge. And by NJM, auto insurance, homeowners insurance, and more, with a focus on safety and financial stability. Additional support provided by the 2014 Special Olympics USA Games. And by Melandre Salon and Sulis Spa. Look beautiful, feel beautiful. Promotional support provided by the New Jersey Business and Industry Association and its monthly magazine, New Jersey Business. And by the Star Ledger, powering NJ.com.
Welcome to Life and Living. I'm Joanna Gagis. I'm joined in the studio today by a woman named Jennifer Burns Katafigiotis. She is really changing the way the next generation understands and treats world hunger. Welcome to the program, Jennifer. How are you?
Thank you so much, Joanna. I'm very good.
I should just say before we start that we both made the connection that we're from the same town and we both married Greeks.
Yes.
So let's put it out there.
That's why she could say my last name so well.
Yes. But back to more serious things, world hunger. That's quite a segue. You are teaching a course at Montclair State University, and your focus, while it's on nutrition, is also on the issue of world hunger. Tell us about the class.
The class is called Dynamics of Food and Society. So we talk about all aspects of food, why we eat what we eat, what's available, how it becomes available. We get into GMOs, and one of the sections is about food insecurity and hunger. And I really want my students to take something away from this class, to feel that they can make an impact on the world, to make choices in their own lives, whether it's about sustainability or helping other people or their children or their clients in the future. So I really want it to be hands-on, and I want to pay it forward moment for them too. So
how pervasive is food insecurity and hunger, really?
Right outside the studios, there is food insecurity and hunger. There's so many different issues to deal with, from food desert zones where there just isn't the availability of food and people have to take 2 or 3 buses to go to a supermarket because maybe they're not in the inner cities, or there's not enough money in the family budget to afford food. SNAP, the supplemental food program.
Nutrition assistance program. Right.
A lot of the funding has been cut, and it's something that they're actually debating today. That's part of the things that they're debating, to see what's going to go on with that. So there are so many different programs out there to address hunger, not only locally, but on the global level, that I really wanted the students to see what they could do. And I've approached it both on the global level and on the local level.
Generally speaking, and with your background in nutrition, what are the impacts on a child who goes without food, who misses a meal or several meals?
If you think about it, even on the local level, a child that didn't have breakfast, that doesn't have lunch, or only has one meal that they're hoping they'll get for that day. You know what it feels like when you're hungry and you're sitting there and your stomach's rumbling and you really can't concentrate on what's going on in your classes. You might not have the energy to do well. You need the macronutrients, you need protein, fats, and carbs in your diet to function well throughout the day. So just very basically, you need to have a balanced meal, or 2 or 3, whatever you can get in throughout the day. So it's very important to have that nutrition, to mix it up. And for some people, it's a luxury that they just don't have.
And an alarming statistic in the U.S. alone, I believe it's 1 in 6 kids is hungry or food insecure.
Yes.
On a global level, the statistic gets even worse. So what are you doing in your classroom, and how are you trying to incite your kids to make a difference?
Well, everyone always wants extra credit. Who doesn't? As you were a student, I'm sure if there was any opportunity to get some extra credit. And I can have them write a paper, I can have them do a PowerPoint, but I thought, let them do something that actually makes a difference. So I told them that they could do Food Inc. I'm sorry, not Food Inc. That's where the idea came from.
That came from
free
a book
rice.
called Food Inc.
Yes.
Okay. So free rice.
Free rice. And with
freerice.com is a website.
Yes,
right?
it is. And with that, you get to play a game. And it can be a vocabulary game, it can be math, it can be different languages, it could be SAT prep, and you have to answer a question correctly. And for each correct answer, you get 10 grains of rice donated.
Who donates that rice?
It's through the World Food Organization, and there are different sponsors. So for every correct answer, you will see at the bottom who sponsored those 10 grains of rice.
So those ads that pop up at the bottom of your screen, those are the people who are actually implementing the delivery of these grains of rice.
Absolutely, yes.
How many grains of rice does it take to feed a person in a day?
19,200.
It takes, and you have a bowl right next to you.
That's 19,200.
This is 19,200 grains of rice. That's what it looks like to feed a person for a day. Is that 3 meals?
2 meals.
That's 2 meals.
2 meals supplemented with other donated foods, but yes, that's where the majority of the calories and the energy is coming from.
Why rice? Why is rice a good option?
A lot of the countries that are being served, rice is a staple food. So you're not introducing a new food. You're giving the culture something that is already part of their diet.
And we should talk about which countries actually are participating in this and which countries are receiving the goods.
It changes. Wherever the need is, the
Where have
food
the
is
needs
donated.
been?
Haiti, the Philippines, after earthquakes and tsunamis, there's been a lot of aid going to these different countries. It could just be a school where the children weren't being fed. So they want to know that for 1 meal a day, the children can be fed. So all different places around the world.
Now, is it true that Free Rice is actually buying the grains in the local country?
Yes.
And why is that a plus?
It's a plus on many, many different areas because, one, you're keeping it local. So you're keeping money in the economy. Your transportation costs are lower. You're getting it to the people quicker because you don't have to transport it from other areas. And then your global footprint, your carbon footprint is lower because of that.
And I would imagine it's fresher also.
Absolutely. Hopefully.
Hopefully. Hopefully is right. So how are your kids participating and what are you, as this pay it forward extra credit opportunity that you're giving them, what are you asking them to do?
I'm asking them to form a group. And I don't care if they have everyone in their family, all their friends, they can tweet about it, go on Facebook, ask everyone to play for their group. So it's actually an opportunity for them to get other people involved, to create awareness, to get a larger number of grains of rice donated. And I've had incredible success. I've had some students donate over 250,000 grains of rice themselves. Altogether, my classes over 3 or 4 semesters have donated over 2 million grains of rice.
Wow.
So it's a wonderful, it makes me feel great that they did that, and they feel really good about it too.
I'm sure they do. And actually, Free Rice, I checked the website right before we started, and Free Rice has donated nearly 6 billion grains of rice. I don't even know how that breaks down. My math tells me that's about 90,000 meals, but that's if it's 3 meals a day, and you just made that clear that it's only 2. So Free Rice is certainly having huge impact. Having you on board with your students behind it is no doubt making a difference. Jennifer Burns Katafigiotis, adjunct professor at Montclair State University and nutritionist with the Institute for Medical Weight Loss and Nutrition. I want to thank you for coming on here, and I want to encourage our viewers to go on freerice.com. It's quick, it's easy, and every answer that you get right, 10 grains of rice are donated.
Absolutely.
So please don't hesitate, and thank you.
Thank you for this opportunity.
It's been great. Thanks.
Okay.
Don't go anywhere. There's more Life and Living coming up right after this.
If you would like more information on this program, or if you'd like to tell us about a great New Jersey destination, email us at info@caucusnj.org or visit us on the web at www.lifeandliving.org. Find us on Facebook at facebook.com/JoannaGagis.lifeandliving and follow us on Twitter @JoannaGagis.